So yeah, but I think we probably are in a recession, and that recession will get worse.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin. Elon Musk, in a recent episode of the All In podcast, says he expects global markets to continue crashing. Now, while this episode is almost 90 minutes long, I want to share with you a much shorter 90-second clip that really sums up Elon's view of where this economy is headed. If you hold cryptocurrency, there is progress happening in this market. In today's video, I want to share that with you. Progress that is fundamentally bullish long-term, but in the short term, throughout the rest of 2022, here's why Elon Musk expects another crash and why he says that could potentially be a good thing. Watch this.
Where do you think the economy is headed right now? Do you think we're in a recession, or is it just a risk? How do you assess our current economic situation?
Well, predicting macroeconomics is always difficult, and one should assign probabilities to these things. Now, the thing is that recessions are not necessarily a bad thing. I've now been through a few of them, and what tends to happen is if you have a boom that goes on for too long, you get misallocation of capital. It starts raining money on fools, basically. It's like any dumb thing gets money, and I'm sure you've seen a few of those. So at some point it gets just out of control, and you just have a misallocation of human capital, where people are doing things that are silly and not useful to their fellow human beings. And then those companies, there needs to be sort of an economic enema, if you will. Eventually the economic enema does its job. It clears out the pipes, if you will.
Yes.
and sort of the bullshit companies go bankrupt, and the ones that are doing useful products are prosperous. Yeah, but I think we probably are in a recession, and that recession will get worse. But these things pass, and then there will be boom times again. So it'll probably be some tough going for, I don't know, a year, maybe 12 to 18 months is usually the amount of time that it takes for a correction to happen.
All right. Interesting perspective. Give me your thoughts down below. Let's all check the comment section together right now. And while I am not a registered financial advisor, I have no clue what the price of Bitcoin will do tomorrow, and neither do you. That does not mean through the next 3, 12, 18 months, whatever that is, as markets continue to trend down, that does not mean that progress isn't happening. So check the timestamps down below. But first piece of news, as per the Block's Q1 shareholder letter, over 10 million CashApp accounts have now bought Bitcoin. Now, the app generated over $624 million in gross profits for the company over that time, and just $43 million of that came from Bitcoin sales. So more and more people are choosing to accumulate. And think about it. Back in April, CashApp announced its integration with the Lightning Network, granting customers access to immediate and free Bitcoin transactions. And they also announced their new Get Paid in Bitcoin feature, which converts its customers' recurring paychecks into Bitcoin automatically. In a direct quote from Square, "We've experienced growing momentum with customers bringing their paychecks into CashApp and hope this feature will expand awareness of our direct deposit capabilities." Yes, love this. Bear markets are the time to accumulate. And next up, what progress is happening with Ethereum? Well, Ethereum is on track for the Testnet merge in June. So not their mainnet merge, but their Testnet merge is about to happen. Ethereum's Ropsten public testnet will undergo their merge next month. We know this from the developer activity on GitHub. So just as a reminder, the merge refers to Ethereum's transition from proof of work to proof of stake. And after the shift, transactions on the Ethereum blockchain would be processed and validated by stakers instead of miners, which would in turn create a faster and eco-friendly network. So here was the direct tweet from the developers. Ropsten Beacon Chain config has been merged. Expect client release soon, specifically merge transition on June 8th for the testnet. So expect the testnet merge to happen on June 8th. and estimates for the rollout to the mainnet are expected to be in the last quarter of this year. So progress continues to happen for the ETH network. And next up, very quick piece of news on one of Terra Luna's used to be biggest supporters, Mike Novogratz. Novogratz says his Luna tattoo is a constant reminder that investing requires humility. And Mike Novogratz is a billionaire. He made his money by making good choices when investing, and this goes to show you that not everybody is right all the time, and investing is risky. He just put out a letter yesterday explaining to his community that he was wrong, obviously, and this will always be a reminder of that. And he did explain that his company, Galaxy Digital, invested in Luna in Q4 of 2020 using their balance sheet capital, and clarified that the firm's treasury never used the stablecoin UST. So what did Galaxy Digital lose? Well, the firm expects to post a $300 million loss in net comprehensive income as of May 11th, bringing the partner's capital down to $2.2 billion, a 12% decline from March 31st. So a lot of people lost money, Mike Novogratz, no exception. But next up, huge piece of adoption news for Crypto.com. Shopify has just expanded their crypto payment options with a Crypto.com pact. Shopify merchants also have access to Jack Mallers' Strike, Coinbase Commerce, and BitPay, and now Crypto.com as well. So what does this mean if you hold CRO? Well, this means that merchants using Shopify now have another way of accepting cryptocurrency payments with Crypto.com, and those sellers using the Crypto.com Pay feature can allow customers to settle their accounts with over 20 different tokens. This is significant to me because Shopify is obviously huge. And next up, FTX US to launch zero commission stock trading. So this is the merging of traditional finance of the stock market with the crypto market. And this marks the very first time in history that clients will now be able to fund their accounts, their brokerage, their stock accounts, with popular stablecoins like USDC. So according to the announcement, FTX stocks will be offered through the FTX US mobile app, and they plan to offer trading in hundreds of US listed companies, their stocks, and exchange-traded funds. The reason I thought this was interesting is because while Coinbase has said that they want to do this, and Binance tried to do this but was shut down because it was not compliant, with this product, FTX is registered with the SEC, with FINRA, etc. So cool to see the merging of these two worlds. And by the way, many of you know this, but FTX US is a sponsor of the channel. And if you want to download the app right now, use code Altcoin Daily when you sign up and get up to $100 in crypto with Altcoin Daily. This promo will not last forever. Link down below. Take advantage. Next up, what about ApeCoin? ApeCoin migration from Ethereum draws interest from Avalanche and Flow. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club linked ApeCoin DAO, that's their token, that's ApeCoin, is in talks with Layer 1 suitors as the project considers a post-Ethereum future. And ApeCoin is doing this because Ethereum fees are expensive. After their other side Metaverse land sale that cost investors more than $100 million in transaction fees, board members of the Bored Ape Yacht Club linked ApeCoin are listening to other offers migrating ApeCoin off Ethereum. And by the way, they're not ditching Ethereum. It's not Ethereum or something else. It's ETH and something else. What other chains can we give our users the option to use? Two suitors are Avalanche and Flow, according to executives at the firms behind both networks. And Yuga Labs first alluded to a potential ApeCoin migration back on April 30th on Twitter. This has been the largest NFT mint in history by several multiples. The scale of this mint was so large that Etherscan crashed. We are sorry for turning off the lights on Ethereum for a while. It seems abundantly clear that ApeCoin will need to migrate to its own chain in order to properly scale. We'd like to encourage the DAO to start thinking in its direction. So ultimately, token holders will decide, and I guess Avalanche and Flow blockchains are in the lead as of now. That is the video. My name's Austin. Like always, see you tomorrow.
But, you know, these things pass and then there will be boom times again.